Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we are unpacking a highly specific, truly purpose-driven career opportunity. If you're passionate about environmental sustainability and you want a career that actually moves the needle on how communities handle their resources, well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to look closely at the manager of IEC position that is currently open at Saahas Zero Waste over in Dwarka. Let me tell you, this isn't just your standard run-of-the-mill corporate job posting. It's a role designed for someone who really wants to be at the forefront of community engagement and environmental impact. So here's the big question. Are you ready to lead behavioral change? Because that is the absolute core of what we're talking about today. Are you ready to step into a role that actively influences community habits, to help shift people away from linear consumption and actually guide them towards circular economy practices? If you've ever looked at our global waste crisis and thought, man, I want to be part of the systemic solution, then stick with me. This explainer is going to map out exactly how you can do just that.
All right, here is our highly structured agenda for today. We're going to cover everything from the organization's core mission all the way to the exact application steps. We'll start by meeting Saahas Zero Waste, understanding IEC initiatives, diving into your core responsibilities, checking out the skills and qualifications needed, exploring future career opportunities, and finally, how to apply today. Okay, let's dive into this first section. Meet Saahas Zero Waste, a social enterprise for the circular economy.
You see, Saahas Zero Waste isn't your traditional waste management company. They are a recognized social enterprise. Their entire organizational focus is built on creating sustainable waste management solutions, and it's all anchored by 4 key pillars. We're talking responsible resource recovery, robust recycling initiatives, the real-world implementation of circular economy practices, and widespread awareness programs. They are literally aiming to stop waste from ever reaching a landfill or the ocean by making sure it's recovered and looped right back into the economy.
But here's the thing, they definitely don't operate in a silo. Saahas Zero Waste tackles the waste crisis through massive, active collaboration. They're partnering across all levels of society, local communities, private businesses, huge institutions, and vital government bodies. They do this to champion zero waste practices everywhere. So when you work here, you're joining a deeply interconnected network.
Moving right along to Section 2, Understanding IEC Initiatives. Let's demystify that acronym.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how IEC frames your actual toolset. I mean, this isn't just about handing out flyers on a street corner. IEC stands for Information, Education, and Communication. It's the engine for positive environmental habits. You're using information to increase awareness, education to teach communities proper waste management, and communication to encourage real behavioral changes and build long-term stakeholder engagement.
Essentially, in this role, you will act as the vital bridge. You're the critical catalyst connecting Saahas Zero Waste with all those different stakeholders. Without this bridge, well, environmental initiatives often just fail because they lack community buy-in. Your whole job is to ensure these initiatives actually succeed by keeping that bridge strong, open, and super active.
All right, Section 3, your core responsibilities. Let's look at the day-to-day impact.
So what does the daily grind actually look like? Here's a high-level view of your overarching quest broken down into 5 primary pillars. First, project management and coordination, planning campaigns and hitting deadlines. Second, stakeholder management, building relationships and running workshops. Third, monitoring, reporting, and compliance, tracking metrics and ensuring regulations are met. Fourth, community engagement, organizing dynamic outreach. And fifth, behavioral change initiatives.
Let's actually linger on that last point for a second because it's absolutely crucial. Designing strategies to promote waste reduction, reuse, and recycling. Your ultimate responsibility isn't just checking off project boxes, right? It's measurably shifting human behavior. You're going to be designing the strategies that influence positive habits, and then you have to measure their effectiveness to prove that actual real-world habits are changing on the ground. It's a huge opportunity for true impact.
Okay, Section 4, skills and qualifications needed. Are you the right fit?
This role demands a really brilliant blend of hard facts and soft skills. Think of it like a story of 2 halves. On one hand, you have the hard educational background. They want a graduate or master's degree in environmental science or a related field, plus that solid IEC experience. But on the flip side, the essential daily skills are deeply human. You need fantastic public speaking jobs, conflict resolution to handle different interests, and the operational ability to nail report writing, data monitoring, and team coordination.
If your professional background looks anything like this list, you should definitely be paying close attention. They're hunting for professionals perfectly primed with experience in waste management projects, environmental consulting, or CSR sustainability initiatives. Honestly, if you've done community development, worked on NGO social impact projects, or handled circular economy operations, your background aligns flawlessly with what they need.
Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 5, Future Career Opportunities, the upward trajectory.
Look, this role is absolutely not a dead end. It's a launchpad. Mastering this role opens some massive doors. Step 1, you conquer the IEC manager position. Step 2, you leverage that success to move up into roles like senior program manager or CSR manager. And step 3, you're looking at becoming a high-level sustainability consultant or a program lead. It is a fundamental stepping stone straight into top-tier sustainability leadership.
Which brings us to our final step, Section 6, how to apply today, your call to action.
If everything we've talked about today aligns with your passion and your career goals, here is exactly what you need to do. Send your CV right now to recruit@saahaszerowaste.com. Seriously, don't wait on this. Opportunities to merge your career growth with tangible, systemic environmental impact, they do not come around every day. So gather your credentials, highlight that IEC experience, and fire off that email.
I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. Will you help build a zero-waste future? I mean, it's so easy to talk about sustainability, right? But roles like this are where the actual, difficult, yet incredibly rewarding work happens. If you are ready to take the leap and be the bridge that turns environmental theory into real community practice, I highly encourage you to apply. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and best of luck on your journey.